Okay, so let's talk about this progress now. Basically, to achieve ears to hear and eyes to see, you have Popeyes, your ears pop too as well. And you know how they say when you're high up, your ears pop, get it, in a plane, but you're high up because you're like soaring sky high. It's amazing. It's like every little thing connects. So basically, what I feel like right now is my ears. Uh, I can feel where this calcium and all this glue is coming from. I have some that I've been taking out, like I pull the tissue out, and it's got a bunch of glue on it. So uh, what I do is I basically put tissue in, like you see this pencil here, and I stick it in there with turpentine on the end, and it swells it into this place where it comes out. And just to show you here, the eardrum is actually like a detox a tool. It sucks like a sucker fish. My eardrum has come alive, and it's going. And if I belch or anything, it blows steam out like a heat signature, like it goes like that. And right now, uh, what I've noticed is that the pencil ear by itself will give you a Popeye, which blows your top. So you're gonna be in electric Larry land, which is you know how they say Yang Quan. They're saying your Yang is a fiction because the name is a fiction. So they're saying electric Larry land because they would be saying like the guy that made up the graven names or whatever. They're comparing it to saying just some random name, so it disguises itself. That's why they're saying Larry Land. But they could be one of the band members, could be Larry. But I'm just saying, usually when you see a name, it means fiction. So people should just, whenever you deal with people, try not to be a name. You're always the authorized representative, which means that you can do whatever you want because you're authorized to do anything. So that's what that means. You act as the authorized representative. You never act as a name. Attorneys are the authorized representative when they're issuing shit against your trust and stuff like that. So they know how to play. All right, so the ear canal is is where the wax is because there's an infection behind the eardrum, and from the feeling of it, it feels like it's coming from this Eustachian tube here, which is actually the auditorial tube, which what I presume to be where the spirit realm connects to the bottom of the brain. I guess the cerebellum or whatever, and it processes sound waves because I feel it. I can feel where it's coming from. I can feel uh, where this itchiness is coming from, and I can also feel where it was coming from when I poured turpentine into my ear, which is something I do not recommend you to do because you're gonna be like holy shit for like an hour, like it's gonna fuck you up, but it's gonna get this stuff started, and you might even go really far if you do it that way first before you use the tissue. But you're gonna be in a lot of pain if you do it that way. So I'm just letting you know it'll last for like an hour and a half. It's really not something you want to do, but but you gotta do it because you gotta break this damn shit on your ear chakra. Uh, so with that being said, the malleus is what I believe is is part of this. It seems like something may be lodged in that fat part, or it seems like something is lodged in the ischian tube. And because if it's in the malleus, then it's coming from the cochlea and the auditorial nerve, and all this stuff is all connected to the eyeballs and the face. See that facial nerve? So these fumes of this turpentine goes in and cleans it all out and sends the calcium deposit or the glue deposit to the surface of the eardrum to give you ears to hear. So I'm just letting you know that that's a tiny little space, but as soon as you get turpentine in there, the thing that hurts first is that your eardrum finally opens, and then your ears can finally breathe like breathing out of your nostrils. You understand? That is profoundly a profound difference. So right now, at the moment, as I've got this mass in my head drawn so far up the ear canal that it's literally getting ready to it's cracking the center of my pineal gland. That's what it's doing, and it's so deep and savage that it's literally smoldering. The pineal gland is smoldering out of the crack. So I wanted to make this video because who knows, man? It could be any moment. This thing is going to be going all night. I'm not going to pull them out. I want this to come out. I'm sick of it. It's really disgusting. The stuff that I've been pulling out of my ear, it's nasty. It's the most nastiest glue. Oh my gosh. It is fucking, it's like, whoa, bro, this is disgusting. It's like worse than what's in the eyes. And it's more thicker, like a curd. So what I'm seeing is that once this open suckfish eardrum spits it out all the way, I'm wondering what it's gonna look like. I'm wondering if it's gonna be like squirming or something. Right now, it's really confined in there. It doesn't have any room to move around other than the fumes that are breaking it down and allowing it to be drawn out. But yeah, it's happening right now. I literally have a split down the top of the back of my head and the top, and it's smoldering. It wants to just split open, and I'm very excited about this. So I had to make this video just to show you how important the tissue with turpentine on the tip put down here into this infected area will literally fix your spirituality communication with these doodles, because other than that, you're not really going to hear Mr. Cheeks all the time, just sometime. And I want to hear him all the time. You know what I mean? I want to hear what's happening spiritually around me at all times. I want to know what the hell is going on. So you induce this pencil there, and I'm used to it at this point because I stuffed it in this area here. I didn't just pour it in. If you pour it in, you're going to regret it. Because when it gets in there, it gets lodged in this red space over here behind the eardrum, and it doesn't come out. And the only stuff that comes out is glue, and it gets stuck in there, and it starts to eat away at all this other calcification, which is a really painful experience. But it cleans your ears out, and your ears breathe like your nostrils. It's really a wonderful experience after the fact. So you're just kind of like rejuvenated, and then your eyes, whenever you put the turpentine in the eyes, your eyes breathe. And it's all a really good feeling after the fact. So it's a lot of glue in our heads. You just got to draw it out little by little. And you're going to get some cracks. So if you guys want to speed up the process here, you can see I'm rubbing my head. I feel it coming down from the top of my head down the center. Oh my gosh. So yeah, it's intense. I just hope that I can get my hand on a beer or something soon so I can try to numb myself. So that way it's not a big deal. You know, when you get a little tipsy, you feel like you just don't want to, you know, you could do anything when you get drunk. You know, you're just like, you know, you stepped on a nail. You know, I'm drunk anyway. I don't feel it. So that's kind of like what I'm hoping is that I'll soak my bands in turpentine, bring on the meridians while this is happening. And just kind of bring it to a close, because this shit itches and it's just really disgusting, and I'm kind of over it. But I'm itching. It's just itching. You're itching for a scratch. We got so much glue in this. When you get up to the blue, just like the song, you'll be itching for a scratch, like the rap song back in the 80s. So yeah, I was a little kid when they came out, but I do remember it, which is probably only the case because when you use both sides of your brain, you have access to all the files, like Tears for Fears, Head Over Heels. You get access to both, and you can access so many files that you remember your whole life, and you remember all kinds of stuff that you don't normally remember. So yeah, it itches really bad, but then eventually it creates a mass that gets drawn to the top of the drum, and hey, it's almost time to have some fun and become the gun, you know? So we can sit back and marvel at the victory we've won. Stay tuned.